Right friends, welcome back to Insight, 2nd May to 8th May, 18th week. And before going into the details, I would like to share one information with you. We launched Facebook page, Learning Space Digital. Exclusive content will be there pertaining to education, and so as to make it useful to the student fraternity of the country, we exclusively launched Facebook page, that is Learning Space Digital, and we started uploading correction of sentences, and subsequently other subjects will follow, and correction of sentences, nouns, pronouns, adjectives have already been uploaded through this page, and they are in easy to understand format. So please visit Learning Space Digital Facebook page, and lectures pertaining to this content will appear subsequently, right? And for the time being, the students whoever find difficulty in correction of sentences, that is English grammar, please visit Facebook page. And come back to Insight. From this week onwards, we are concentrating on organization and its role. We are going to deliberate every week 10 to 12 organizations which have specific role to play in the governance of the country. So this week we are going to deliberate on some organizations, and this series will continue in Insight for next 4-5 weeks. This is useful not only to the students preparing for Union Public Service Commission examinations, but also for the students preparing for other competitive examinations. Look at the first organization we are taking in this, that is Foreign Investment Promotion Board. Foreign Investment Promotion Board, popularly known as FIPB, and here it is with the Department of Economic Affairs under the Ministry of Finance. And here for this Foreign Investment Promotion Board, chairperson is the Secretary, Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance, and it is responsible for processing FDI proposals. And at the same time, I would like to tell you few points. FDI limits are notified by DIPP, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, which is under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And FDI into the country can come in two ways. One is automatic route, the second one is a government approval route. For the proposals which are required to take automatic route, no organization will come into picture subsequently. But when the proposal is required to come through government approval route, then this Foreign Investment Promotion Board will come into picture. So Foreign Investment Promotion Board will analyze FDI proposal which is required to be processed through government approval route, and it approves the proposals with the total foreign equity inflow of 5,000 crore rupees and below. If the proposal is more than rupees 5,000 crores, that will be considered by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. So these things don't forget. FIPB chairperson is the Secretary, Department of Economic Affairs, and for the proposals which are required to be routed through government approval route, in case of FDI, then FIPB approval is required up to rupees 5,000 crores. But if it crosses 5,000 crores of rupees, CCEA will consider that proposal. Look at the next one, DIPP, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. This is under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It is responsible for FDI inflow into the country, and it facilitates FDI inflow into the country, and it is the nodal authority to formulate policies with regard to foreign direct investment, and the limits of foreign direct investments is notified by DIPP. Second important point, this department is responsible for IPRs, intellectual property rights relating to patents, designs, trademarks and geographical indications. We have discussed previously several times with regard to what is meant by IPR, what is meant by patent, design, and this Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion is responsible for this intellectual property rights also. And At the same time, this is the nodal department in Government of India for coordinating and implementing programs with the UNIDO, United Nations Industrial and Development Organization, UNIDO. So, DIPP coordinates with UNIDO. So, DIPP is mainly responsible for formulating policies with regard to FDI and intellectual property rights, as well as to act as nodal department with UNIDO. Look at the Central Statistics Office. This office is under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and the main purpose of this Central Statistics Office is to release indices of Consumer Price Index, CPI, then GDP figures are released by Central Statistics Office. Not only that, Index of Industrial Production, IIP figures, and in addition to this, it conducts annual survey of industries and economic censuses in the country, right? So, these are the main responsibilities of Central Statistics Office under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. National Sample Survey Office. This is also under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and the main objective of National Sample Survey Office is to conduct socio-economic surveys, demographic surveys, industrial and agricultural statistics through sample surveys on country-wide basis. They will take some representative sample in some villages or in some households, and they carry out surveys with regard to socio-economic data, demographic data, industrial data, agricultural statistics. So, it is instrumental in developing strong database that helps central government and state governments in formulating their policies. Right. So, NSSO is another important organization which looks at socio-economic surveys at the ground level. Law Commission of India, it is executive body. There are three types of bodies: constitutional body, which are as per Indian Constitution, like Election Commission, Finance Commission, then statutory bodies which are created through an act of Parliament. Then third one is executive body, right? So, this Law Commission of India is an executive body established by an order of Government of India, just like Niti Aayog. And basic function of Law Commission of India is to work for legal reforms. And this commission is established for a fixed tenure and works as an advisory body to the Ministry of Law and Justice, most important. And 3 years is the tenure. It was started in the year 1955. 20 law commissions submitted their reports, and the tenure of 20 law commissions ended, and the 21st Law Commission started its tenure from 1st September 2015. And it also recommends for the repeal of obsolete and unnecessary enactments. Look at another important organization, that is Niti Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India, and the chairperson is Honorable Prime Minister, and it is a premier think tank of Government of India. It provides not only directional inputs but also policy inputs, and it replaced almost 65-year-old Planning Commission. And please don't forget, the Planning Commission was also an executive body, and the two crucial subjects are agriculture development and elimination of poverty, right? And it is also vested with the responsibility of putting 17 sustainable development goals into action and monitor their implementation over the next 15 years. Look into the next one, very important organization, National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority, NPPA, and this is under the Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, very important. NPPA is under the Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, and basic purpose of this organization is to fix or revise the prices of controlled bulk drugs and formulations, And at the same time, as per Drugs Prices Control Order 2013 and subsequent amendments, main purpose is to enforce prices, not only that, availability of the medicines in the country. So the prices of certain drugs is controlled by National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority, so that they should be available at reasonable prices to the common man. And at the same time, it renders assistance to the central government in the parliamentary matters relating to drug pricing. Look at another important organization, Labour Bureau. Labour Bureau is with the Ministry of Labour and Employment, Government of India, and it is responsible for collection and publication of statistics and related information with regard to wages, then productivity, absenteeism of labor, then labor turnover, industrial relations, working and living conditions, and evaluation of working of various labor enactments. And at the same time, the most important aspect of Labour Bureau is it is a storehouse of important economic indicators like consumer price index numbers for industrial workers, then consumer price index numbers for agricultural labourers, and at the same time consumer price index numbers for rural labourers is also maintained by Labour Bureau. Look into another important organization, Company Law Board. This is under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and this is a quasi-judicial body, and it has a principal bench at New Delhi and 4 regional benches, and here it looks at the disputes with regard to the company affairs, and any person aggrieved by any decision or order of Company Law Board may file an appeal to the High Court within 60 days from the date of communication of the decision or order of the Company Law Board. So, Company Law Board is a quasi-judicial body. Look at another organization, Finance Commission. Finance Commission is basically constitutional body. It is established as per Article 280 of the Constitution of India, and its primary task is to recommend measures and methods on how revenues need to be distributed between center and the states, right? And this Finance Commission is appointed every 5 years, and the recommendations are valid for 5 years, and it also lays down the principles for giving grant in aid to states and other local bodies, and it also suggests the mechanism to share the tax revenues. Look at the next organization, Serious Fraud Investigation Office. This is an important organization to investigate serious financial frauds. In India, serious financial frauds are taking place, and the organization which is vested with investigation is Serious Fraud Investigation Office. This is under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and SFIO investigates serious cases of fraud received from Department of Company Affairs. Not only that, it consists experts in the field of accountancy, forensic auditing, law, information technology, etc. Look into the last organization for this week, that is the Financial Intelligence Unit India. It is under the Ministry of Finance, and it is the central agency responsible for receiving, processing, analyzing information relating to suspect financial transactions. Suspect financial transactions, if somebody is depositing 10 crores of rupees by cash in a bank, then it is a suspect financial transaction, and such type of transactions are looked after by Financial Intelligence Unit. The basic purpose is to prevent money laundering, and this is an independent body reporting directly to the Economic Intelligence Council headed by the Finance Minister. So, this is another important organization which looks at suspicious financial transactions, whereas Serious Fraud Investigation Office, what we have learnt just now, is under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, which looks at serious corporate frauds. Right friends, with this let us conclude insight of 18th week, and we will continue next 3-4 weeks discussing about various organizations and their role. Right friends, please visit Facebook page, that is Learning Space Digital, if you want something on correction of sentences in English. Have a nice day. Thank you.